Hey y'all. Yesterday was a big day. It was in fact the Switch's 6th birthday. So, to wish a happy birthday, I figured that I would go through my Hall of Games and some of the version exclusives I got and show you what my favorite hardware is. Here we go. So, starting from the top, we got Shin Megami Tensei 5. I think it's a very underrated RPG. It's a lot of fun. It's very good to just sit down and grind and just, have a good time. Next up, we got Splatoon 3. I think that was my game of the year last year. Right next to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But it was a lot of fun. It's good to just hop in and play with some randos and just have a good time. Next up, Super Mario Maker 2. Got this at GameStop at Mario Day a couple years ago, which Mario Day is coming up. So hopefully y'all are excited for that. Next we got Bowser's Fury. It's a really good expansion. I've spent a little bit of time on it, and I'm thinking Mario's gonna go places next. Next up, we got probably my most hours of enjoyment, which is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's so good. There's so many different players you can use, so many different characters. Then there's like a seriously lot amount of DLC you can buy and characters you can use. Next up, we got Fire Emblem Three Houses. Great role-playing game. If you like the turn-based strategy RPGs, I highly recommend it. Next up, Pikmin 3. They're just so cute. They're so fun to play around with them, and it's a great story-driven game. And Olimar is great. And using the Pikmin, it's pretty cool, all the different things they can do. Next up, of course, I couldn't go without the OG, the GOAT, Zelda Breath of the Wild. There's still stuff that people are finding in this game, and it is amazing. All of the stuff that was put into it in time. And we got the new one coming out later on in the year, so don't forget to check it out. Next we got Bayonetta 2. It's a cool hack and slash for those that like the Devil May Cry series, and it's great. Next up, we got a rare find here. Super Mario World 3D All-Stars. I picked up a couple of these. This one's still sealed, as you can tell, by the packaging. But I think it's going to go up in price, and it's a great collector item, because I'm a collector. And next up, we got Pokemon Legends Arceus. This game, when it came out, all I could do, not really all I could do, but you just got that feeling in your mind's eye, at the back of your mind, like, I wonder what could be going on in the Pokemon world. And Legends Arceus did that for me when it came out. All I could think about was eat, sleep, drink Pokemon Legends Arceus, because the catching mechanic is so good. I've been waiting for a wild area for most of my life to play with Pokemon, and it's well worth the money and the time you put into it. Hopefully they'll put out DLC next year, or they'll be able to make a part 2. Next we got Animal Crossing New Horizons, and it's one of the best games on the Switch. My mom, she's got like 1,000 hours logged into it, which is crazy to me. That's more than I've ever played in any game. and we got my wife's Switch box behind me, and you know, it's just so great, and there's so much you can do in the game. Possibilities are endless. Next we got Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So good. If you want to sink, hundreds of hours into a game, go for it. But the 20 plus hours I've put into it are fantastic. And I love it. And I got the whole series. We'll go through some of the other ones later on in the video. Bah. Next up, we got The World Ends With You Final Remix. The artwork in this game is so good, and the soundtrack is just amazing. It's a rare find because, Square Enix probably ain't going to put out another one. Hopefully they do. I mean, there was The World Ends With You, the Neo one that they put out, but after that, I don't think there's going to be one after that. And this one was originally a DS exclusive, but the Final Remix also came out on, I believe, Android and Apple's iOS, so that way then you can play it on your tablet, but I believe that this is the way to go. Next up, we got Dragon Quest XI-S. Such a good game. If you love RPGs, you're going to sink a lot of time into this one. And it's just great if you love role-playing games and action RPGs where you're going around in a circle fighting baddies. You can sink a lot of time into it. Next, we got the game that just won't die, Skyrim. What can you say about this one that hasn't already been said? We'll just leave it at that. We got Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I got off GameStop a while ago. That was my first real adventure in Xenoblade games, and it was great because there was so much to do, and it's another one of them games that's 100 hours plus that you can really sink your teeth into. And we got the first one. This one is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Excuse me. And it's really good. I think I've probably put about 20 hours into that one. Well worth the money. Next up, this is still a Switch exclusive, believe it or not. We got Bravely Default 2. I just love the artwork and the art style that Square Enix puts into these games. Top notch. And we already did a previous Dragon Quest game, but this one is a good mixture of Dragon Quest and Minecraft. Dragon Quest Builders, the first one. It's really good because you can just make up your own worlds and do your own thing, and everything's great. Now we got Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Oh yeah. It can be Link, and it's a prequel to Breath of the Wild. You get to use all the people, the heroes in it, and it's a lot of fun. If you see this, you already know. Pokemon Sword. Such a letdown of a game, but still good. And it's Pokemon. We're still gonna buy it. Pokemon Diamond. Brilliant Diamond. Pardon me. It's a letdown of a remake. Like, then Kanto. Let's Go Eevee. It's pretty good. It's one of the first ones. The first Pokemon game that came out on the Switch. We got a couple more left. Next up, I wanted to go over my favorite home for my Switch. This is the Fixture gaming case. I think I've talked about this before on my channel, but you got like a little compartment and you can stick your extra cords, your earbuds, all kinds of cool stuff in there. And then hide away neatly. There's little slots you can put all your games. But I recently got to upgrade to this little bad boy to hold all my games in. I got off Amazon. Ooh. Oh yeah. It's worth it. I don't know if it's still available. It's worth checking out. But if you wanted, I can send you the link to the item in the description. Or in the comments. Pick your poison, guys. Next up, I want to talk about the Fixture S1. It makes the Switch a nice little controller accessory, so you can play the Switch just like it was meant to be. Because them Joy-Cons, I don't know about you guys. I've never had stick drift, but I know a lot of people that have. I don't want to deal with it. But regardless, you're still going to have these. They're great for playing games on the TV. Like the Endless Runner one with the Ring Fit Adventure. That one's a lot of fun. Keeps you in shape. And has a leg strap. And also there's Nintendo Switch Sports, which is a variation of Wii Sports, but better. Supposedly, I don't know. I've only played a little bit of it, but the time I've had with it has been fun. But I also like this little guy, which is a nice little home. There's a little charger on the bottom, and controllers work great. And it's good for playing on the couch if you just want to chill. If you're weird and like Joy-Cons. But that's going to do it for my video today, guys. Hope you enjoy it. And happy birthday to arguably my favorite gaming system of all time. Hope you all have a blessed day. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Share it with someone that might be interested in the Switch or is considering getting a Switch. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.